shelf life. The core is hard. Sorry, the outer is hard. And it has to have the nutrients stored in itself for it to grow as a plant in the next season. But that nutrients should not be digested by any animal so that nobody will touch it. That is a beautiful beauty of the nature. So millets are designed in such a way, they have a high shelf life with nutrients locked for themselves, all the nutrients required for it to grow as a plant later, and then take it when it's required during the time of germination. This humans understood. Humans understood, and then they understood. So, okay, now this is a very super grain, but it has a process to eat, because we have to make it germinate to eat it. So they used to do that. They used to process the millet. Sometimes they used to germinate, that is sprouting or something like that. Otherwise, they used to pull up it on top. They used to take a pot and then leave it there for ferment it and then eat it. That is a way to eat millet. Because now, after we started this, I went into the scientific facts of it. What is the reason for that? So the scientific fact is, a millet, all the nutrients are locked in something called a phytate. This phytate cannot be digested by any animal, including humans. So what happens is, all the calcium, iron, everything that is there in the millet is actually in the form of one particular bond which nobody can digest. This bond will be broken only if you, at the time of germination. That is, actually the seed is taking it when it has to grow. That means you duplicate that scenario, like sprouting is like germination, or ferment it. So then the bond breaks, then the human body can easily digest it. And the availability of nutrition is very, very high in millets. And there is no match for that in wheat or rice. Especially the wheat or rice that we are eating now, because they are all polished. Millet is not polished. Millet, even now we eat as a whole grain, especially ragi, bajra and jowar, we eat them as whole grains. So whole grains have to be sprouted or fermented and eaten, then you get all the benefit out of it. So now we have a tradition. We have a super grain. We have the story to tell. We have everything that Japan or Italy did. Only thing is, in this process, what I request from in the platform, the entrepreneurs, government and media to do is, food requires trust. Now I am telling you, I built a factory and I feel our factory is the most hygienic factory in the millet sector. And I don't think, at least I have not seen a factory which is better than us in millet sector. So as a challenge or as a benchmark, we are asking people to come and check on us. We are open to people coming and seeing our factory. So what I request the government or the media is to have something like a rating system for factories. You have licensing system. Licensing, okay, I am FSSAI regulated or FSSAI certified, other is FSSAI certified, okay, government can give a certificate. But rating should not be government job, because again, bureaucracy when it comes, I don't want to talk about what I think, but rating world over, for everything rating is generally a private agencies. Government or media should encourage private agencies to come up and rate thing, and then build up the consumer awareness to see that higher the rating, higher the value or the respect the company gets it, so that I don't have to bother about telling about my hygiene levels to the customer, because the hygiene is already rated by somebody else. That is one point what I think. Other point that government can do is on certifying the authenticity of the region that it comes. Certifying. See, if Japanese can push their knives into the market, we have what Rupesh Garu said. We have mattas, we have idli making this thing that brass vessels where idli was made long ago, or anything like that can be made as a part of this ecosystem. Like basically our fermenting techniques, our grains, our fermenting techniques can be sold as not only health, more authenticity, as connecting with nature, connecting with people. So many stories can be told against it and be sold. So all this, I feel that these type of platforms should help putting it to the government, bringing in more entrepreneurs, bringing in competition through rating, and take it forward. Thank you for giving me the opportunity.